Morning everybody. Today I've come to Stone's Fishery because a couple of weeks ago I saw Nufish had brought out a new feeder called a silo, and I bought a couple because I wanted to see what this new design was going to be like, really. And this is it. I mean, it's I don't know what you'd call that. It's like a window, the old window feeder as well, isn't it? It's a bit of a cross. But you don't use the mould like you would with a method feeder. So with this, you just scoot the bait in like that, press it in, and then that's loaded. But they say this feeder will help you catch more fish, which I very much doubt, but I thought I'd give it a go and see how it fares against a method feeder. I've got a Banjo on one rod, I've got this silo on the other rod, and so far on the silo no bites. On the method feeder I've had a £7 carp. It works. I mean, you will catch fish on it, yeah, but it's not going to make you catch more fish just because it's easy to load. I think it's a good design if you want to load up quick. You don't want to use a mould, but I don't have a problem with using a mould. But at the moment I've had one fish, which was a £7 common, but that was on the method feeder, that wasn't on the silo. So at the moment it's not proven to me that it's going to help you catch more fish, because it's not. But we'll see. I'm going to fish for the rest of the day just to see how it goes against an ordinary method feeder. Look at this. Look at this. I'll turn this round. Can you see that? Look, they're on my... they're trying to eat the bait. There's some pellets down there that fell out. They're not scared at all, look. Until I move. But they'll come back. Here he comes. I came here when I got here this morning, there was a few fish moving around, but they seem to have disappeared now, unfortunately. So I'm fishing out towards some reed beds. There's a reed bed over here and a reed bed over there. I'm fishing out towards them. I think I'm gonna bait up something in the margins here, and I'm gonna flick the rods out to the margins. Quite interested to see how this feeder turns out, really. This silo feeder from Nufish. Fish number 2. So fish number 2, and it was caught on the method feeder, not the silo. So that's 2 to the method feeder and 0 to the silo. So I'm using sticky method pellets, which I soaked this morning. Soaked them for about 5 minutes and they come out perfect. And they're made by Sonia Bates, and they're salted caramel flavoured, which is I found one of the best flavourings. It's one of my favourite ones anyway. It needs a little drop more water in the ground bait. It's drying out a bit. That's 3 fish, all on the method feeder. What's the time? Well, it's only 12:30. Well, they shut at 5 tonight. So I've got to start packing up about 4, I think. So I've got 3.5 hours fishing left. So I can still catch a few more fish. Maybe the silo's gonna come back a bit, and I'd like to catch something on the silo, to be honest. I don't know if my voice is going to come out on this because there's a lot of wind. I've got a muff on the mic, but there's still a lot of wind, so I think that might be a bit loud in the audio, but we'll see. So there's the pellets I'm using. They're really good. I mean salted caramel. I was using ground bait salted caramel, same company, for a while, and it was really good. It brought a lot of fish into the swim, and it's probably my favourite ground bait that I've used. And so far everything has been caught on this method with a salted caramel. I've just changed the bait on the hook. I've got a bit of pepperami on each one now. So yeah, pepperami. I think I'm gonna give it a little while with the pepperami, and then I'm gonna change back to this one. This was the one that caught me the first fish, and it's a Westies Wafter. That's the colour. And they seem to work. What flavour are they? Sweet and sour corn, how about that? We'll try that again. If it wasn't for the wind, I think it'd be quite warm today, because when it does die down for seconds, you can feel the heat from the sun. There we go. That's another bite. That's on pepperami. I thought that was away then. Had a bit of a pull on the rod, and I saw the alarm go off. Again, method feeder. See, the method feeder seems to be getting all the bites. I'm not getting any bites now. Well, not getting any bites on the silo. Right, come on, Silo, I want to catch a fish. Come here, come on. Come on. Let me help you with that, look. Come here. It's all lying round her leg. Won't let you get near her. It's all wrapped round her leg. Must be cutting into her. Alright, come on. Come on. Oh, there's a duck, and she's got all iron caught around her back, her leg, and she's limping really badly, but she won't let you get near her. Mirror carp. That one was on the method feeder. But we have had one, I have had one more fish, and it was on the silo. So it's actually caught a fish. So it's, at the moment now, it's 4 to the method feeder and 1 to the silo. No, that duck's not going to let me get him. What I'm trying to do is cut the line off of him because he's all tied up and he's in pain, he's limping. So I hate seeing the duck in pain, but he doesn't realise I'm trying to help him. That's a shame. Oh, so what are we now? Christ, I've lost count now. 4-1, 5-1, 5-1 to the method feeder. Six one to the method feeder. That one's a bit smaller. Well, right, so where's my cup? My aim today was to come here today to try out these silo feeders from Nufish. They've only just come out a couple of weeks ago. I've only just released them. It's a new design. I have got one in my box. You can see the design if I show you the design. So it's not a method feeder as such. It's got like a cover on this side, and you feed your bait in, and you do it by hand. You can't use a mould. Oh, there we go again. Oh, this is getting good. So that's 7-1 to the method feeder. Oh, come here. So, not a big one, but they're all good, they're all fish. Again, this one was on the method. I need to just taking it a little bit far down. There we go. That's that out. There we go. Another little common carp. Only a small one. We'll put him back. We'll put him back, and then I can sit and talk to you about this silo feeder. So I just had another one on the method feeder, so that's 7-2. So I've had 7 carp on the method. I've had 2 carp now on the what's it called, silo. So this is the silo. It's like I was saying, it's got this side on it with holes in it, and the other side you just push your bait, your ground bait or your pellets into that. This is the small one. I've got the middle one on. I got snagged up earlier and lost the big one. It got caught on a line, so that was not good. I'll have to order another one. But my impression of these so far is, yeah, they do work. They're very easy to load. I find the ones that I've got are a bit light, really. I would like a bit heavier. I should have bought heavier. Yeah, they work, but they're not as good as the method feeder. Right, so good morning everyone. Yesterday I went to Stone's Fishery because I wanted to do a review on this new Nufish silo feeder, and I had a day down the lakes. I was going to do it all live. Unfortunately, my GoPro stopped working for whatever reason, so I only got so far with the story of what I was doing. So I carried on fishing, and I got all the results of the tests that I was trying out. So I thought I'd come home today, sitting in the garden, enjoying the sun, and I'll give you the end of the story because it's quite interesting, to be honest. So Nufish a couple of weeks ago released this new silo feeder, and Mick Vowles, who I watch quite often on YouTube, he does stuff with Joe Carras, and I quite enjoy what they do. And as a company, I think Nufish are really good. So another reason for me to try these feeders. Anyway, Mick Vowles actually said on his, I suppose it was their opening video, the promotional one, they'll help you catch more fish. I didn't think that was a great thing to say, really, because I can't see how this feeder was going to produce more fish than any other feeder. So I went up to the lake yesterday and I had 2 rods set up. I had a Banjo feeder on one, which is a Preston Banjo feeder, and I had the silo feeder on the other rod, and I was using the same baits, the same feed in the feeder, and it was totally the same. Both rods were the same with the baits and the feed. So the results started off quite well for the Banjo feeder, to be honest. And I think it got to about, I think it was 4-1, which I thought it all pointed to this Banjo feeder was going to be better than the silo, which is not what they said on the video. So I carried on fishing. I'd say after the GoPro stopped working, I carried on fishing. So the final results of yesterday's test was I caught 17 carp, and only 6 of those were off of the silo, the Nufish one. So 17, it's 11 to 6. That's quite a story at the end of the day. I mean, over the course of a day, they did not do what Mick Viles claimed they was going to do. They don't catch you more fish. I don't understand why he said that, really. There's no need to say that. I mean, it's a good product. They do catch fish, but you can't compare them to other feeders. They're all different. And I personally feel that the Banjo feeder is the best feeder you can get. And my test kind of points towards that. So, but yeah, I mean, I've got nothing against Nufish. Like I say, I like them as a company. I think they've had some good stuff. I've bought stuff off of them before, and yeah, it's all good. But to make those kind of comments, you don't need to do that, really. They've done videos since, and Mick's saying now that it's like the product's selling really well, and I can imagine it would do it. You know, a lot of people like Nufish. But yeah, they're not buying it because it's going to catch more fish, though. That's what I'm saying, because it doesn't catch more fish. Anyway, that's the result. I'm sure Nufish are not going to like that, but you know, I'm telling it as it is. I mean, it was a straight test between 2 feeders, and Nufish didn't win, so they might not like it, but that's just the way it is, and I'm here to give an honest review. So yeah. Right, so I'll tell you what the good points were. Easy to load. The silo was very, very easy to load. So if you've got kids and they don't want to be dealing with moulds and doing all that pressing down, the silo you can load by hand, one-handed, and it's really good for that. But what I did find is it worked better when I was putting ground bait in than it did when I was putting pellets in. And I was using 2mm pellets soaked to like method feed of pellets, and it didn't work as well with that as it did with the ground bait, so that was quite interesting. And most of the fish that it caught was with ground bait, because I switched over from pellets on both to using ground bait on both, and the Nufish, that's when it was catching, when it was on the ground bait. So that was quite interesting. Yeah, so these feeders come in small, medium and large. The small comes 20, 30 and 45 grams. The medium comes 20, 30 and 45 grams. And the large comes to 30, 45 and 60 grams. And I lost my large one. I got snagged, and it got snagged up, and I lost the large feeder that I had. So I've actually bought another one. Or I've actually bought another 2. So I'm not dissing the product. But I've ordered the 45 gram on the large and the 60 gram on the large. I think the 60 gram was going to be better. And that's, again, my opinion. I've got nothing against Nufish at all. You know, this is just my personal findings from the test that I've done. And I would say buy some, they're really good. You know, they work, but you ain't going to catch as many fish or more fish using this feeder. So that's something you've got to disregard. Find out for yourself and make your own mind up. And with that, I'm going to say tight lines, everybody. If you like the video, push the like button. If you've not already subscribed, then hit the subscribe button, and then you'll be notified of any new videos that I make. So thank you very much again. Tight lines, everyone.